It's day 9 of our motorbike adventure across Vietnam, riding from south to north. After a much-needed break in Nha Trang, we drive back into the central highlands, where a sudden flat tire throws us off track. The sun finally breaks through, and we end up in a town that wasn't quite what we expected.
We were kind of saying it kind of reminds us of like a much smaller version of like Ho Chi Minh City.
The plan was to get up at 7:30, leave by 8, kind of have that sorted out. We're leaving at 9:05, so we're almost on track. I think it could be sunny outside, but that could be wrong as well. Yeah, the plan is to leave from here, wherever here is, Nha Trang, and we're gonna go to Buôn Ma Thuột. It's saying it's supposed to be like a 4-hour drive. I'm gonna give us 6 hours to get there. Hopefully it'll be nice and sunny, some windy roads, hopefully not a lot of busyness. We haven't seen the sun, the actual sun now, in, what day is it? 7 days. For food, oh, what is our plan? Our plan realistically is that we're gonna just start driving until we get to a point where Jess is too hungry and she starts saying, I'll eat anywhere, at which point we'll look for a place to eat. So I'm thinking it's probably not gonna at least be for another hour or so.
I can eat right now.
Okay.
I'm already hungry, so yeah, we'll see how long I last.
We pulled over on the side of the road. We're just going through some random town, and I saw some red chairs and pulled over. And now we've got ourselves some beef pho, which looks pretty good. Oh yeah, we passed an accident. Initially I thought we were being pulled over because everyone was just being waved to the side of the road, and I didn't even realize that there was a truck that had smashed into the median and then kind of bounced out. So it didn't look like anyone was hurt, no. But yeah, they closed the road down there for a while. And that was like the main highway. Now we're on the side roads and there's now basically no one. So now it's really deserted. Oh, it's just hot. We've had a lot of different pho from a lot of different places. This is probably like the fullest the bowl's ever been. And it's kind of interesting, or kind of nice. Because everyone kind of makes it a little bit differently. She does a really like heavy amount of bean sprouts in it. So I don't think I've had that before. Usually like they'll add bean sprouts on the table and you can add it too.
Yeah.
This woman just handful. So it's nice.
I'm also really loving the broth on this one. Some of the bowls of pho we've had, I've had kind of like a less flavorful broth, I guess you could say. But this one, this has really, really good flavor. And there's so many noodles in here. It's really good. I got to feed the puppy a treat.
All right, so just pulled over in some random place to get some gas. We've been going for 94 kilometers. It says about 2.5 hours at this point, so I feel like that's pretty good. I haven't got rained on yet. There was about 5 seconds of sunlight that we drove through, which was really nice, and I can kind of see some blue sky in the distance. We got about another, Google says about 2 hours of driving. I'm gonna say 3 hours of driving. And then probably in the next hour and a half, I'll pull over, probably to stretch again. And hopefully we'll book a hotel on Agoda. I'd also like for the sun to come out so I can fly a drone and kind of give a little bit of a shot of what we're seeing. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, it hasn't been too bad of a drive. I'm a little bit chilly. These are very well vented jackets because we figured it was going to be really hot while we were driving through Vietnam. And yeah, I'm a little chilly because I was expecting it to be a lot warmer. But besides that, it's been a nice drive. There's been some change of scenery. A lot of trees. I don't know where I was going with that. A lot of like forested areas and some fields, like I think rice fields. Getting a little bit sore already. Mostly just my butt. But besides that, yeah, I feel like we're not doing too badly.
I must have just got a flat coming in literally just to here. We've been driving for about an hour, really secluded area. So I mean, this is the first town in a bit. So to get a flat in this town, pretty lucky. Didn't feel it pulling in. It looked a little soft, you had mentioned that. And then I pulled out, still felt fine. And then we pulled over, you said it was flat. And then we turned back around and started driving back. And at that point I could feel it. I could feel how really flat it was. Luckily, having a flat tire is universal. You can kind of just point at it and then people know what's going on.
Go slowly and see left hand. Right here.
Right
Not
here?
far, yes.
Hello. Dave.
Basically, Dave got the flat. The gas station attendant actually was the one who tapped me on the shoulder and pointed to Dave's tire. I had noticed it looked a little low, but when he started driving, it was flat. And so we took it across the street to a shop, but they only fixed electric bikes. And so the woman there walked Dave down with his bike to another shop that could fix it for him. And then we all came back and just hung out with them for about half an hour while Dave's bike was being fixed. And the kids were really interested, and actually, let's be honest, some of the grown-ups too were really, really interested in Dave flying his drone and in the cameras, and they were just some of the sweetest, kindest people. And it's just experiences like those when you're able to get, you know, kind of away from the main cities, that you just really meet some great people. And yeah, it was just really nice. Dave's bike's all fixed and he's just getting everything tied back down, all his bags on there, and then we're gonna head out. I think we still have about 2 hours drive left today, and it's just 1:15, so not too bad. Still no sunshine, but maybe we'll see some soon.
So we've been going for an hour. About 20 minutes ago, the sun finally came out, the clouds have gone, and now it's the reverse issue. It's now 32 degrees and it's so hot. But it's at least like nice. It's a nice drive. We got to this place, I was like, in my mind, I was like, you know what, we have about an hour left and then we'll find a place to pull over now that it's hot. We found this little cafe. I used a little translator to ask for 2 cups of ice and then a cup of coffee. So the idea is, I have a coffee in my backpack, I'm gonna pour in with ice. Jess, I got her a fresh coffee, and then she can add her oat milk to it.
I feel like this is going to go everywhere.
You'll be fine. Just do it fast.
I am ashamed. I consume ice like someone who has not had food poisoning like 3 times since we've been on this trip. Not bad. I could use a little bit more oat milk. That's strong coffee. Those must be Robusta beans. So a lot of places, especially when you're just in the middle of nowhere, don't have oat milk. So I can't remember if we've mentioned this before, but I just bought a 3-pack of these from a convenience store. And so we can get black coffee and I can still have it. I do have lactase pills, but we're running out and you cannot find them anywhere. And we probably won't be able to get some more until Thailand. So I'm trying to keep those for, you know, important moments, like ice cream and cheesy pasta or something. Oh, yeah. I needed that.
So I smelled something cooking, and there was someone next to us frying something. I thought it was donuts, kind of smells like it. They're these. I asked them what they were. They just said 5 for 2. I gave them 10 hoping for change. They just gave me 4. So they're just a bit lost in translation. So I don't know what it is, and I got 2 times more than I wanted. So we'll find out in a second.
What does it smell like?
Nothing. It has to have something in
So
it.
many questions. Is it banana?
It
Or
could
some
be.
sort? So Dave just booked us a hotel. It's about, I think it's at a 56-minute drive to get there. And that's the town that we've been aiming to get to today, so that's great. And it was $12 a night. Not bad at all. And I think it's a queen bed room. And besides that, we'll figure it out when we get there.
About to see the world in action, what we can be, Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out.
Legit, it's on his face.
He's left me. It's 4:21 p.m. We've just arrived at our hotel. Dave booked back at our coffee stop. Now I'm just waiting for the elevator to come back down and get me. It was a long day of driving. I don't know how many hours it's been exactly. Probably at least 6.5. Oh, and the elevator went all the way up. Like 3rd floor up. I have to pee. So apparently the entire day getting from Nha Trang to here in Buôn Ma Thuột took us 7 hours, or 6 hours and 59 minutes to be exact, including a couple of breaks that we took. Honestly, it doesn't feel like it was that long of a day. In some ways it does, but in other ways it kind of feels like it flew by. And once we got to the hotel and we were checking in, we had paid $12, I think, for the night for a queen bed room, so which is 1 bed. And then when we were checking in, they said that there was a problem with that room, so they upgraded us to a room that has 2 single beds, which might not sound like an upgrade to everybody, but unless it's a king, we do better in our own beds. It's just not enough space. And now we're heading out to go have some food and...
Food, ATM, water.
Yes, that's a pretty much standard checklist.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was fully expecting from this town, especially because we were here 7 years ago, and I know we're going to say that the entire time we're in Vietnam, that we've been this place, but we must have only just like driven in here at night and then driven out the next morning, because I don't remember any of this. And first impressions are, this is such a cute little town. There's just families out playing in parks, and there's just so many like shops and cafes. We were kind of saying it kind of reminds us of like a much smaller version of like Ho Chi Minh City, with like all the cute cafes and the green spaces. We were only going to stay an extra day in one town between Dalat and Hoi An, and now I'm kind of wishing it was this one. I didn't have any expectations, and I've only been walking down the street for less than 10 minutes. We haven't even gone in anywhere yet, but just the feeling of the city is just really, really nice.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, I've actually not had banh chai yet, so I'll just try to decipher what this is. This is a spring roll. It looks very good. You got your cold noodle, and then this is dipped in here. In here, it looks like we have some tiny meatball-looking things, and as little, like a chicken skewer, most likely. Pork skewer. Oh, it's really good. It's very good. It's sweeter than I expected, but not like overly sweet.
Unlike Dave, I have actually had this a couple of times since we've been in Vietnam, and I love it.
Good.
Oh my God. I'm gonna need an extra order of those. That's really freaking good. This is a good call. And the whole meal, including these corn teas, which we haven't tried yet, was only 100,000 dong, which is what, $5?
Yes.
Ish, yeah. This is corn tea, I believe, and yeah, never had that before, so let's give it a go. Okay, it tastes like tea, and it also tastes like corn. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. I don't know what I was expecting, but I think getting the ice in it was a good call, because I don't think it was necessarily hot to begin with. Yeah, very good. We just popped into a grocery store that was pretty much right around the corner from where we had dinner, getting some more oat milk because I'm down to only one left, and Dave decided that he's going to get some milk for himself too, because sometimes when he gets a coffee they use condensed milk and he's just not a fan, and it's also kind of cheaper. So yeah, we're both buying some milk and maybe something else. I think we also maybe are going to grab some water
And Dave's found the candy aisle. Okay, I saw these in Ho Chi Minh City and passed on them, and now I feel like I have to get them to give them a try. So we came for water and milk products and left with candy, chips, and okay, I think that's actually it for the junk food. Yeah, we can't help ourselves. It's just, especially when it's so much cheaper at a grocery store than if you were to get at like a gas station or something. So after our little grocery shopping adventure, we came back to the hotel room, had a shower, and now I've decided that I'm hungry enough again to try the Lay's chips that I got that are Hanoi beef pho flavored. It kind of does smell like pho. Oh, that's weird. It's weird how much it actually smells like a bowl of pho. Interesting. It kind of tastes like pho. Maybe it's more just that it kind of tastes like beef. I feel like these are going to be oddly addictive. And I'm probably going to eat a bunch more of them. Dave, you've got to try this. It's very interesting.
You think that smells like pho?
What do you think it smells like?
I don't know. It doesn't smell bad, but
No,
I couldn't put a finger on it.
I'll give you a hint.
Beef soup.
It smells like beef soup.
Yeah. Okay. I do prefer like salt and vinegar or just plain Lay's chips, but I will say as far as like unique flavors go, this is pretty good.
Join us next time as we continue our journey to Hoi An. We'll give our bikes some much needed TLC, sample some delicious local dishes, and maybe make a new friend along the way.
You kind of look like a bear. Oh, hi.